Well, good morning, everybody. It is, what is it, the 23rd of October, 2024. It is 5:46 a.m. And welcome on behalf of myself, Dottie, and George. George is down there. Welcome to my humble abode, presently in Pahrump, Nevada, soon to be Quartzsite, Arizona. I'll be arriving in Quartzsite on the 14th of November. And we're going to read your comments. This is getting to be favorite part of the day, doing my positive news story. And if you haven't seen those, there's a playlist. I've been doing a short 1.5 to 3 minute video every single day on something in the news that I think is really positive. And I have them numbered, and the last one was 237. So I've done 237 of those in a row. And if you want to watch a bunch of them, you can go to the playlist and watch them all, or cherry pick them or whatever. But doing the positive news stories and talking to you guys about your comments, it's my favorite part of the day every day. It's great. So we're going to start with Robert Ballard, 1555, commenting on why Wheeler Pass Scenic Drive is a must-see. Robert says, very pleasant drive out in the desert. There are times in the winter when a little snow dusting that really makes everything feel and smell like new. It's one of those refreshing moments with nature that you can have for free. Rob, have you had a chance to view the Table Talk 30-minute video, Table Talk 30 video regarding the proposed budget changes to the LTV camping locations? The operations and budget challenges are a real eye-opener. Sadly, I suspect that the proposed increase over the current rate is probably not enough. Also, and he gives a link. Now, the link, I followed that, and it's this guy's channel. Let me click it. Hang on. It is Dark Nomad, D-A-R-Q, Nomad. And the video that he has linked is just him talking about the meeting. But if you go to his channel, which I discovered later, he actually, it's Table Talk 29, not 30, Table Talk 29. He posted this 2 weeks ago. He actually recorded the public meeting. It looks like it's at LTVA South. And talk about eye-opening. It really is. I mean, the real thing to be upset about that they had to acknowledge, and the guy speaking, it wasn't his fault, was the thing that he really acknowledged was this, that it's unconscionable that there have been no raises in rates since 2008. The other thing that I finally got the answer to, why isn't that wonderful new looking dump station and water station that they spent so much time constructing, why isn't it open? And the reason is that when they got to the aquifer down there to get the water, the flow wasn't even close to being what it needed to be. And he said, watch this video and tell me if I'm wrong. I think he said it cost $5 million to do that. That doesn't seem right. So check me on that. But anyway, they're stuck. They don't have the money to finish that job, which is in, you know, the La Posa. Everyone knows the La Posa South facilities, the dump station. It's in disrepair. It's on its last legs. And if you listen to this presentation, you become way more sympathetic. Other than the fee income, they're not getting any other funding by the federal government. This LTVA concept, it's the only place in the BLM in the country. This is, he said it was created many years ago between like 3 BLM offices, Yuma and I think 2 in California, where they said, hey, let's get together and create this long-term visitor area concept, because what was happening is people were just camping all over the place, and there was, you know, garbage left, and it was just too big an area to manage. So they said, well, we can solve this problem by making it sort of illegal to camp outside these designated areas we're going to create, and we're going to have people pay a reasonable rate for like water and dump stations, and they'll still have the option for the 14-day areas. And that really made a big difference. It was a tremendously brilliant idea, and it worked really, really well. But for whatever reason, probably political reasons, it didn't keep up. They didn't raise the rates past 2008. And it's arguable that in 2008, the rates that they set weren't going to be reasonable enough to put away enough money to replace the infrastructure in 10, 15, 20 years when it needed to be replaced. You know, that, like, for example, he used an example down in the LTVA down in Yuma, and it's just, the name of it's escaping me, Imperial Dam. They don't have a well, they have a big water tower that you can see, and they've been really trying to keep up with the maintenance of that, but it's gotten old, and the state of California is saying, you're on notice, you need to replace this. It's no longer good enough. And get mad at California all you want. That's not the point. They may not have a choice, and it's going to cost like $700,000 to replace that tank. Where are they going to get the money? So I think it's really sad that this has happened, but I don't think it's the mismanagement of the current management structure in the BLM. I think it's prior management. I think it's probably politics, and anyway. I don't want to go on and on about that, but it's worth. Actually, I will in the comment, I'll put a link to the meeting, so you can click on that, so you don't have to go looking for this guy's channel. But I don't know what your name is. It's what's his channel? Hang on, it is Dark Nomad. I don't know what your name is, but Dark Nomad, thank you for doing this. This is great, and it'd be nice to subscribe to his channel and check him out for doing this public service. All right, next one is Lisa R. Question. Okay, this is one of the questions. Now, guys, I'm doing a video where I answer your questions, and I've been asking people on any video, ask me the question, but in all caps, put the word question, so I can search for these, have a list of them, and I'll do a video answering professional YouTube questions, personal questions within reason. Question: what kind of jobs are available for a 61-year-old female around Arizona quartzsite? Thank you. So I'm gonna, the ones that are for the video, I'm gonna just read the question, not answer them on here, because that would defeat the purpose. Ken Gray, nice chat. Now I can take a nap and take my walk. That was Walk and Garden Serene Visit from yesterday. That was my long form yesterday. And on the positive news video from yesterday, it's a internal LED lighting medical procedure to treat cancer that's really promising. And some of these medical things, like this one got flagged as inappropriate. Inappropriate? So I had to challenge it, and a human reviewed it, and they said it was fine. But Wes says, amazing, great video, good work. Then we have Lisa again on the comment video. I just realized I didn't ask a personal question before. So here's another question. Who is your chiropractor? Do they offer massage therapy with medical massage? That's going to be a question for the other video. Ken Gray, magnets, using the strong magnets, and he's answering the thing where I said, someone said, use a strong magnet, and I said, mine's aluminum, it's not going to work. He said, well, Ken says, put one on the inside of the hood and one on the outside, so the aluminum material won't matter. Once you determine where you want to mount the camera, you just duct tape the one inside in place. On the subject of subscribers, I've subscribed to channels and then determined the channel is not for me, and unsubscribe. I tend to pass on the ones that focus on he said, she said drama of van life. I was lamenting a little bit that, like, I thought I had 3 good videos yesterday, and I had a steady decline and erosion all day long, people unsubscribing to the channel. And I know it's silly. I watch it too closely. I need to watch it over time, not hour to hour. It's hard not to take it personally, though. And I was saying how most of them were on the comment video. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I say? So I watched the comment video looking for something that I said that would have offended people. And of course, there wasn't anything there that I could see. Okay, M. Campbell says on the cure for cancer, pretty amazing stuff. They're perfect for deep tumors that are either inoperable or not likely to be completely removed. The best part is the immunity stimulation that will allow the body to kill the remaining parts of the tumor. It's always best if the body can take care of things itself. Yeah, I agree. And Nana Chris Casita has posted a question. So now I think we have enough. Well, I don't want to discourage you. I was worried I wouldn't have enough questions to do that video at all. So we've hit the minimum here. I'd like more, though. Would you please explain what Escapees is? Can we find campgrounds all over the USA? How does someone get started as a member? And I will answer that question in the other video. Wendy Sosa, 66. Thank you for sharing this peaceful little area and chatting with us. Dottie is adorable. And that's the Walk in Garden Serene visit. And on the Wheeler Pass video, Wendy Sosa, same, says, very nice drive. I appreciate you sharing your travels with us. I'm not able to travel at this time, so this gives me a chance to see areas I might like to visit sometime in the future. Wendy, I'm happy to be able to do that, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. Wendy has another one. She watched my new camera test at Smith's Grocery. Every time I go to the grocery store, I grab the small cart in hopes that it will keep me from getting too much. It doesn't. Laugh out loud. Yeah. I feel your pain, Wendy. And then Randy. Hey, Randy. I heard about this a few years ago. I'd rather have something like that compared to the other options out there. That's on the lights, the LED, the internal lights to cure cancer. Lisa Roth on the Garden Serene. I love those koi fish. I'm not surprised this is a favorite spot of yours. Hugs to Dottie and howdy to George. Randy again on Walk in Garden Serene. Good morning, little Miss Dottie. She has the sweetest walk, wagging her tail the whole way. I think that's a very nice garden. I would definitely be enjoying it. It's very peaceful. Okay, so she has a question too. Do you stock up before you travel to quartzsite? Are there good pharmacies there? Have a great day. Another good question for the video. Lisa said, I made it, Rob. Now I need food and a nap. And I answered that. I said, Judy, our friend who's with her, is supposed to send me pictures of the camp. Let me check. I still have not gotten pictures, Judy. Lisa, you know, you can send pictures too. And she says on Lisa, on the cancer thing is called Turn Lights On to Cure Cancer. And her comment was illuminating. Very funny. It is kind of funny. So on the same video, Destiny Cisco says, amazing. MR 1961, so much of the positive news is science-driven. And I said, check the playlist, lots of non-science stories. If that's, I don't know whether that was an observation or a complaint or a general thing about positive news. I know I've had a lot of science lately, but if you go to my playlist, positive news, you'll see, well, 237 stories, and a ton of them have nothing to do with science, if that's a concern. On Watkins Garden Serene Visit, A Bus and P in a Pier, PYR. DJI 5 has great quality and clarity. I'd be interested in the GoPro. Possibly I'll be in queue next month. I mentioned I'm probably going to give away the GoPro. Country Comes to Town on Wheeler Pass. Beautiful drive and amazing canyon. Great use of technology. Thanks for taking us along. Well, you're welcome. And Poodle Professor, Full-time RV healthcare, my choices. It was me talking about my healthcare insurance and stuff. Poodle Professor says, I'm paying almost $1,200 a month for Cobra. I definitely need to find something else. That's the real problem. If you work full-time and you work for a company that provides good insurance, they probably make you pay a chunk of it. And I can recall being, oh man, it's so expensive. You know, they're charging me $150, and for families it's like $300. But then with Cobra, you find out very quickly what the total cost is for the company. And like Cobra is the law that says if you're insured by a company and you leave that company for whatever reason, if you're willing to pay the full premium, the same cost that the employer's paying, you can keep that insurance as long as you pay those premiums. That's a law. It's Cobra. And good Poodle Professor is finding out their company was shelling out $1,200 a month for their insurance, and they're picking it up. And can you go on the open market and get insurance for a lot less than $1,200 a month? Sure you can. Will it have big deductibles and not cover as much? Yes. Yeah. Because if you go in the open market and you try to get the equivalent on your own, just as an individual, it's going to be more than $1,200. So it's tough. I'm very thankful that, you know, I went a few years going through the marketplace, the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare, whatever you want to call it. And it was affordable insurance, but it wasn't insurance that I used at all. Because of the high deductibles, it was disaster insurance in case something big happened to me. Otherwise, I've been paying out of pocket for my routine medical costs for a few years, but I'm turning 65, so all that's going to change, and I'm going to get Medicare and a Medicare supplement, so everything's going to be covered for me. Terry 3193 on the walk-in garden serene visit. Hi Rob, my 2 English bulldogs go for snifferys. I let them take their time, and yes, it makes for a slow and long walk, but it makes them happy, and it makes me happy. I'm a loyal subscriber and don't understand why your channel doesn't have hundreds of thousands of subs. That would be pretty nice, huh? It's so informative, relaxing, and enjoyable. Thanks for all your efforts and sharing. And I responded and said thank you, and I'll say thank you again. That was a really nice and kind thing for you to say, Terry. Alvin Mousseau says, nice video to that same video. And thank you, Alvin. And WB Young, 15, is on the Renogy inverter fails to run microwave. WB Young, and I doubt this, I don't think this is a subscriber. This is someone that picked up this old video on Renogy. It says 1,500 watts is the limit for 12-volt system. Go 24 volt. It's the easiest solution. And that's just not true at all. It's just, that's bad information. 12-volt systems do not have a limit of 1,500 watts. I have people that I know that I have a 3,000 watt inverter on 12 volt, and I know lots of guys, people that have much bigger systems than me and have use far more than 1,500 watts, and they don't have. There are advantages to a 24 volt system. You step up that voltage, and it doesn't require cables that are as big as 12 volt does. You can carry that current, more current with higher voltage. So that's a big advantage. But anyway, that's just not good information at all. And that's easily verifiable. You know, just say, is there, what is the limit for watts on a 12 volt system? And I'm sure there's probably some maybe theoretical limit. I don't know, but it's certainly not 1,500 watts or anything close to that. Well, let's just Google that. What the heck? Is there a limit on wattage for a 12 volt system? Watch it say 1,500 watts. let's see. Maximum. So on. I need to get the right term in here. It's not. I don't want stored wattage. Running wattage. There is not. I'm not asking the question the right way because so let me say how much power can you draw from a 12-volt system? Let's see. It's just not it. I can't find anything that's answering this question, but you need to trust me. I know from my personal experience, I can run up to the maximum of my 30 amp system in here. Using my batteries, I can run my 15,000 BTU AC. I can run my microwave. It's all that stuff is well over 1,500 watts, and I don't think I've come close to my inverter's 3,000. I don't think I've really come close to that. Maybe the closest I've come to that's maybe 2,800, 2,900. I've never maxed it out. Because if you go over, it'll reset it. But certainly 1,500 is just not true. Let's see. I got off on a tangent, didn't I? And I lost my spot here. I'm so sorry. I got way down in the list. All right. We have modern day prospector. Did the cost go up yet, or we still pay $180? That was on my avoid getting LTUA permit revoked. And he's talking about the increase in price. And no, it's still $180 this year. So don't worry about this year. Worry about next year if you want to worry. Mark Thompson says, can you stay at a free site for 14 days, meaning the BLM 14 days, and then stay at the paid LTVA for 14 days, even if closer than 25 miles? Absolutely, yes. And guess what? If you do, you have to pay the $40 for the 14 days at the LTVA, but you can do 14 days at the BLM, then go to the LTVA, pay $40 for 14 days, and then you can go right back to where you were in that BLM site, because you've been out. Do you need to be out for 14? I think you need to be out for, okay, I'm not sure. Hang on. I know it's 25 miles, but how much time? BLM 14-day rule. Is 14-day camping limit on public land within a 28-day period. So you can, so I'm right. So by the time you finish your 28th day, right? You're going to go to a BLM for free 14 days and then move to the LTVA, pay $40, and that's another 14 days. So you fulfilled the 14 days and 28. You got a new 28-day period, so you can go back out to where you were and do another 14 days. So that is that's 14 times 3. That's 42 days you're getting for $40. Really, that's $1.05 a day. So there's 6 weeks of camping for $40 if you're willing to move twice. That's a good point. That's a real good point. And then you can just rotate again. You can go, so every couple of weeks, you're paying $40 for 2 weeks. So you're essentially, you got 2 weeks a month that are free, 2 weeks for $40. So that's basically, you're paying $20 a month for camping if you do it that way. And let's say you're staying the whole time. So that's $140 basically for a long season. So that's if you're willing to do that moving, that's a pretty good deal. The proposed is a little bit different. The proposed rates for 2 weeks, you're no longer going to be able to buy 2 weeks for $40. And if the proposal goes through, you're not going to be able to buy 2 weeks at all. You have to buy a month, and it's going to be $100. So it's not going to work quite like this. And it may be why I don't know, maybe why it's the reason they're getting rid of the 2 weeks, because they realize people can do this rotation that I just described, and they'll lose money doing that. I have no idea. How did I lose my... I think that's the last one. Let me reload, see if there's a new one out there. There is not. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you made it this far, thank you so much. I appreciate your time and attention, and I appreciate you suffering through those ads. Take care.